And here is your first look at a real and fake pair of the Nike Fragment Travis Scott Jordan 1 highs. Wow, can you tell the difference between these two? Hello and welcome back to probably one of my biggest comparisons on my channel. And as you can tell by the thumbnail and title of this video, it's between two pairs of the Fragment Nike Travis Scott Jordan 1 highs. So on my right here we have my retail pair that was sent to me by dead stock dealers. They got me a real good price for these and they were delivered within 2 days, so a big shout out to them. We'll be doing a comparison to break down the differences between the fake pair and the retail pair and what you should look for if you're trying to purchase a retail pair. But before we get into the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to today's sponsor. So if you watch any of my videos, you'll know that my sponsor is pretty much always Legitmark. This is because they are the safest and most reliable place to get your sneakers authenticated. And if you're spending this much on a pair of shoes, you're going to want to make sure they are the real deal. So there'll be a link in the description if you want to check them out. So now we'll just get right into the comparison and taking a look at the boxes themselves. In terms of sizing, these are a UK 9.5 for the retail pair and a UK 9 for the fake pair. In terms of boxes, they're exactly the same size. In terms of the color, once again, same color on both of them, and they've done a really good job of the plastic cover on top as well. The patterns are exactly the same. There seems to be no difference at all. In terms of the thickness, they're exactly the same as well, so that is quite a worrying start to this comparison. What I will say is the retail one on the right here, the plastic cover on the top is a little bit more damaged than the fake one. That's because the fake one's just been sitting there. I've been unboxing and looking at the retail one quite a lot. So the retail one is pretty damaged, which is quite a flaw with the whole design. This plastic cover does get scuffed up very easily. So we'll take that off and take a look at the box itself. That's probably broken. That is also broken. So after taking off the plastic cover and looking directly at the box itself, I actually would say the blue on the retail one is a slightly darker blue than on the fake one. In terms of the Nike print on the top, it seems exactly the same. There doesn't seem to be any difference in sizing or color itself. If I now spin the box around to the side and we take a look at the label, and I'll give you a close-up of this, we can see here that the fake box has based this on the US label. This is because fakes are pretty much always based on the US release, whereas the retail one was purchased in the UK, so it has the UK based label on the side. When looking at the text on the side, you can see where it says Air Jordan 1. It's much thicker and darker on the fake pair compared to the retail one. On the retail one, the text is much thinner of a font. Also, if you take a closer look underneath the actual size details, you can see where it says Made in China. This font text size is different from retail to fake. On the retail one, the Made in China is much bigger than it is on the fake one. So now we're going to unbox both the pairs and take a closer look at the details within the boxes. So we'll open up the fake one here, and then we'll open up the retail one. Here, they both come in that pink Nike Fragment Travis paper. There really isn't too much difference. I would say the fake one's a lot more crinkled, but that's because I've opened it and kind of moved the paper around and I haven't really touched the fake one at all. So that's the only reason why it is a bit more crinkled than on the retail one. In terms of color, what I would say is the retail one here looks once again slightly darker pink than the fake one, but those details are very minuscule and would be hard to see unless you had them side by side. They both actually come double papered, so they do have a white paper beneath as well. That is the same on the retail one as well, and I have ripped the paper on the retail one, which is actually quite annoying. And here is your first look at a real and fake pair of the Nike Fragment Travis Scott Jordan 1 highs. Wow, can you tell the difference between these two? And now I've unboxed them, here are both pairs side by side, and from first glance, this is going to be a hard comparison. So the first difference to note actually occurs on the upper side of the heel where you see the Wings logo. So if I give you a close-up of both pairs here, you can see a difference in the Air Jordan text on the Wings logo itself. On the retail one, you can see the text is much thinner than on the fake one. You can see the fake one has the Air Jordan text slightly too thick, so there is a slight difference between the retail and fake. But I do warn you that the comparisons in this video are going to be very, very close indeed. Probably the main difference between the retail one here and the fake one here is the actual text on the inner side here, where you can see the Fragment text on the top of the sole. So if I compare this retail to fake and show you them close up, you can see a clear difference that's very noticeable side by side. On the retail one, you can see the text is much thicker and bolder compared to the fake one, where the fake one's based it pretty much, I think, on the lows, which is a much thinner text compared to the highs. Taking a look at the Cactus Jack logo on the tongue of both, you can see positionally they are different here once again. So if I give you a close-up of this, you can see that on the retail one, the Cactus Jack symbol is placed exactly in the middle of this side corner of the tongue. Whereas if you look at the fake one, you can see it's slightly off to the side and isn't exactly in the middle. What I will say is the retail one compared to the fake, the materials used are absolutely spot on. The quality of them feels worryingly the same. The next difference to note actually occurs on the spare laces of the shoes. So we see it does come with that midnight blue, I think it's called, spare laces. It also comes with a pink spare lace and then comes with a white or an off-white in terms of the retail one. So there's a clear difference here. So if I give you a close-up of this, you can see a clear difference between the color of the shoelaces. On the fake one, they've gone for an actual premium white color, whereas on the retail one, you can see it's that off-white, almost kind of like sail-like cream shoelaces that have come with the shoes themselves. Another clear difference between the retail and the fake one, on the left shoe in particular, is the actual toe box shape. So if I give you a close-up of this, you can see a clear difference between the actual toe box shape of both shoes. On the fake one, once again, like most fakes, it's slightly too boxy compared to the retail one, which has that perfectly shaped curve. So there are differences to note if you are comparing fake to real. Now let's take a look at what's inside the shoe. So inside the shoe does come with a cardboard shoe tree, where on the fake one it also has this. However, there are differences between the two here. So the symbols on top of the cardboard shoe tree are more indented on the fake one compared to the retail one, and if you turn it upside down, once again the text underneath is very different from retail to fake. So do look out for that if you are trying to legit check a pair and they have these inside, but if they don't, you're going to have to stick to the outer side of the shoe. Once again, looking back at the left shoe and taking a look at the Fragment design logo on the tongue, we can see differences here once again, and actually differences in sizing of the label itself. So if we look at the stitching going across the tongue, we can see where it intersects the Fragment design label, and on the retail one, you can see it's very close to the bottom of the label, whereas on the fake one, you can see it intersects slightly higher up. This is because the Fragment label on the fake one is slightly larger than on the retail one. So do look out for that if you are trying to legit check. So as you can see from this video, the retail pair are very, very close to the fake pair. There are a few things to look out for, and I hope this video has helped you. If you are still struggling to tell the difference between a retail and fake, do check out Legitmark. They are here to help and they are in the description. I don't know why I just keep pointing down, like the comment sections below, I guess, in the video. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. These are crazy.